he used to still swing the fresh off and and Mike Christopher.
Have everybody here?
Ready.
Thanks, everybody. Sorry we're a few minutes late. Good evening and welcome to the Springfield School District Board of School Directors regular board meeting, November 20th, 2025. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, first up, we have public comment. We have one speaker tonight. Mr. Lee, it's all yours.
Thank you, Mr. President. It feels better about the country if you were actually, if you really were the president of the country.
Don't wish that on these people.
I kind of feel the same way about myself. Washington, 123 West Sylvan Avenue, Orson, Commonwealth, Pennsylvania, United States of America. Tonight, as Director of Pennsylvania, as the school board director, I thank you. I wish you well in your future endeavors. This Saturday, November 20th, and for the repose of the soul, a moment of silence too for Dallas police officer J.D. Tippett, who was murdered that day as well. Governor Connolly and Officer Tippett are the forgotten victims in that horrible event in Dallas, Texas. And I wish everyone a very happy Thanksgiving. Whether you celebrate or not, I wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. And if you're on the road, please obey the laws. The life you save may be yours, and any passengers in your car, and anybody else on the road. And perhaps one day, if we can straighten out our country, we may be worthy of the blessing in this wonderful poem, America the Beautiful, a blessing that was referenced by President Lyndon Johnson in an address to a joint session of Congress on November 27, 1963. America, America, God has shed his grace on thee and crowned thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea.
Thank you, Mr. Lee. All right, next up we have E.T. Richardson Student Recognition. It's all yours.
Thank you, and good evening. My name is Walt Hartshorn, Principal E.T. Richardson. Good evening, Dr. Barber, members of the school board, administrators, families, and community members. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to speak here tonight. ETR is truly a special place, a school where students learn, grow, and connect every day. All throughout our district, the 4 pillars or guiding pillars, academics, athletics, activities, service, and the arts, are woven through everything we do. The pillars shape our classes, homerooms, after-school programs, and the way we support each other each day in class and throughout this entire school day. We're proud to share some of these moments tonight. At this time, I'll bring up Ms. Gracie Dang.
Here at ETR, academics are at the heart of everything we do. This year, students took the fall map assessments, which help us understand our growth and set goals for the rest of the year. We are excited about our new ELA electives. The first is Classroom Newsroom, where 6th grade students become reporters, editors, and content creators. Students build foundational journalism skills while learning how to research current events, conduct interviews, write articles, and discuss source evaluation and fact-checking. Students will collaborate to publish a class newspaper, showcasing their work to a wider audience. The second course is called Ink and Imagination, a creative writing elective for 7th grade students who love storytelling. These students explore a variety of fiction genres while learning how to craft strong characters, vivid settings, and exciting plots. Through writing workshops, mentor texts, and peer feedback, students will write original short stories and strengthen their unique voice. The course ends with an author showcase to celebrate their work. Finally, in the hands-on elective Going Live with Language, 8th grade students become digital storytellers by blending writing, speaking, and storytelling skills to produce podcasts, blogs, and YouTube-like videos. They'll learn to write, speak, and produce content with purpose, exploring topics they care about while building skills in communication, research, and media literacy. Students and teachers have also been piloting IXL, an online program that helps us practice and strengthen our skills. In fact, Mrs. Parsons' math class alone have solved over 22,184 math problems and mastered 375 skills since September. Students all across the building are using IXL daily to challenge themselves and improve.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Service is an important part of our culture at ETR. We believe that giving back to our community makes us stronger. The 2025 Turkey Trot, which was held yesterday, was a smashing success. We like to congratulate more than the 100 participants who raised over $1,000 to help families in our community. This month, Student Council is running a school-wide food drive to support local families in need. In November, Student Council members wrote a gratitude letter to teachers and staff as a part of our monthly service activity. We will soon begin to prepare for our annual Dance to Make a Difference, which raises money for pediatric research cancer, and an event that brings our entire school together for one important cause. Other services opportunities around ETR includes the National Juniors Honor Society, which has a record number of applicants this year. Kindness Club, which students separate positivity and support throughout the whole building. And the sock collection will help provide essentials items to those in need. Security service is something we carry throughout the whole day, in the big moments and the small ones.
Nice. Thank you.
My name is Triumph. Clubs and activities. Our clubs and activities give students ways to explore interests, make friends, and build school spirit. This year, one new club is Cross Country Club, which had over 57 participants. The team had 5 meets, all held at Rose Tree Park against 14 nearby schools. They also ran in an invitational meet at Interboro High School. We also want to highlight our Buddies Club. Buddies Club is an amazing opportunity to promote inclusion, connect with others, and create unforgettable memories and make new friends. Other clubs at ETR include Chess Club, where you'll find over 40 students gathered to learn the game and sharpen their skills. Lego Robotics, Math Counts, Game Board Club, Pennsylvania Junior Academy of Science, PJAS, Reading Olympics, Sketch Club, Springfield Script Literacy Magazine, Student Alliance, Ultimate Frisbee, and Yearbook Clubs. Finally, we are excited to share that students are already in rehearsal for Seussical the Musical Junior, which will be performed February 6th to 8th. Our cast and crew are working hard to bring this fun and energetic show to life.
Thank you. Seussical the musical.
I know, that was tough. It was awesome.
ETR Athletics program continues to grow and to strengthen our school community. One amazing highlight is the 7th grade girls soccer team finished a perfect season with a 3-0 win over Ridley. The girls were 10-0 this season. We are excited to share that flag football is a brand new inclusive program with over 40 participants, designed to build teamwork, fitness, and school spirit. Flag football is open to all skills, boys and girls, who are looking to develop fundamentals, confidence, and form new friendships. This year, many of our 6th graders have loved being a part of intramural co-ed indoor soccer and touch football. We are proud of the teamwork, dedication, and sportsmanship shown by our students athletes in every season.
Thank you.
My name is Sophia, and I am representing the arts. The arts help students express themselves, build confidence, and discover new talents. This year, our student artists created a variety of impressive projects, including watercolor neurographic designs, algebraic animals made from recycled material vessels inspired by Dale Cooley, and imaginative, wacky marketing package designs. These projects showcase the creativity, skill, and artistic growth happening throughout our school. All family and consumer science classes have been artists in the kitchen, practicing different recipes from baked macaroni and cheese to churros to steak bites. Throughout the trimester, 8th grade focused on nutrition across the lifespan and food choices. 7th grade focused on kitchen and food safety and identifying sources and functions of the 6 essential nutrients. 6th grade also focused on cooking basics like utensils and measurements and consumerism. On October 29th, 2025, 8th grade band students went to the high school band rehearsal for a bridging activity. Students rehearsed a few of the high school stand tunes, and they went to the rehearsal and played along with the high school band, and also watched the high school perform their halftime show on the field.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ava Lim. On November 7th, over 100 6th, 7th, and 8th grade band and orchestra students enjoyed a fun social event at Lynn Villa Orchard. The students went on a hayride and then toasted marshmallows courtesy of our pimps, parents of instrumental music students. A fun time was had by all. The band, orchestra, and choral departments are currently working very hard in preparation for our winter concerts. Bella Voce, ETR Select Choir, has been rehearsing for concerts as well, before school every Tuesday and Thursday. The SLC Winter Sings will be at the ETR Auditorium on December 12th. 6th grade chorus will also be going to the SLC during their class time on December 17th and 18th to go caroling. There is so much creativity happening all around ETR to celebrate. At ETR, the pillars, academics, services, activities and athletics, and the arts guide our learning, our relationships, and our school community all day long. Thank you for your ongoing support, for believing in our students, and for helping ETR continue to be a place where we learn, lead, and make a difference. We are so proud to represent our school tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're going to do a picture with the students and board members, particularly Director Bentavania tonight.
Perfect.
Yep. And then we're going to be showing a video, so we're going to ask the board to come down and sit.
We're going down? We're going down. Down this one.
And then we're doing.
So the screen will be good. So exactly. Thanks, Ed. Walt, how you doing? Get out of the where do I go? Where do I go? We're not in the picture. It's good to see you. You did an exceptional job. Exceptional. I know we're about to see it. Congratulations. You represent ETR.
About ETR, if you guys want to stay to watch, and then you can leave after.
In our classrooms, we ask questions, we dig deep, we challenge ourselves, and we learn from each other. Our teachers are always there to help us grow. They want us to think for ourselves and become confident leaders. Whether we're solving a math problem, doing a science experiment, or writing a story, we're preparing for what's next.
Sports at ETR are a big deal, but it's not just about winning. It's about learning how to work as a team, how to show up, how to lead, how to keep going even when it's tough. Every game, every practice, every time we show up, we build strength, discipline, and pride. At ETR, we believe in helping others. That's what service is all about. We help with school events and look for ways to make a difference. Even small actions matter, because when we give back, we make our community stronger.
And then there's arts, where we get to be creative and express who we are. We draw, paint, perform, and play music. We learn to share our voices and tell our stories in our own way. There's no limit to creativity here, and that's what makes it amazing.
Each of us is different, but together we're building something special. We push ourselves in class, we show up for our teams, we give back, and we create. That's what ETR is all about. And through it all, we show pride in all things.
This is E.T. Richardson, and this is who we are.
All right, well, thank you to everyone for coming tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, well, well. Mr. Dominic Bentavania, member of the Springfield Board of School Directors since 1993. Here we are, Dom's first board meeting. November 18th, 1993. Frank McCarran was president 32 years ago this month. So let's take a little journey back to the 90s, shall we? Oh, here's a budget rewind. Who did we find in the yearbook in 95? Someone with the most school spirit, who still does have it, Director Kevin Keenan. Yearbooks cost a total of $385 that year. A loaf of bread, 75 cents. A dozen eggs, 91 cents. Some headlines from 1993. The World Wide Web went public. We acquired Sean Bradley with the second overall pick in the draft. We played the Toronto Blue Jays for the World Series. Some 94 headlines. 1994, Amtrak carried approximately 21.2 million passengers. I know, Dom, you worked for Amtrak for many years. Nelson Mandela was inaugurated as South Africa's first black president. And some headlines from 95, Toy Story was released. #1 destination for U.S. travelers was Mexico. We do know that Dom loves to travel. Cal Ripken Jr. broke the record for consecutive games played. And some SSD headlines from Dom's tenure on the board. In 2010, Scenic Hills and Saybold changed from K to 5 schools to 2 to 5 schools, and the Springfield Literacy opened for K to 1 students. And in 2021, the new Springfield High School opened at 200 South Rolling Road. The very popular Springfield High School American Studies co-curricular program ran for many years. And also, Dom oversaw the Go Blue Reading Intervention Program, which was instituted many years ago. And the headlines continued. During Dom's tenure on the board, he watched SHS athletics grow to 11 state championships and 24 district championships. We're hoping to make it 25 tomorrow night. And also 31 graduating classes. Think about the number of students that your time on the board has helped influence and promote. It's really wonderful. So thank you, Dom, for your years of service. I saw this quote, and we thought it captured your service to a T. The way you get meaning into your life is to devote yourself to loving others, devote yourself to your community around you, and devote yourself to creating something that gives you purpose and meaning. So thank you, Director Bentavania, for all of your years of service. That will be the roast, right? Mm-hmm.
Okay, next up we have items for public information. The June 30th, 2025 audit report, CLA. Bob Kaufman, all yours.
Thank you. As mentioned, my name is Bob Kaufman. I'm a manager with Clifton Larson Allen with the state and local government team, and I'm pleased to present your 2025 audit presentation. Here is our agenda for tonight. Up first is the executive summary, where I will spend most of my time because it gives the overall information from the audit. Then I'll go over financial highlights, and I'll quickly go over the appendix, which is a lot of audit jargon that use some light reading for the future. So your executive summary, results of the professional services performed. Audit adjustments, there were no material adjustments made or no uncorrected adjustments, but also in conjunction with that, there were no findings. This is important, and the board may know this, but for the public, anybody who may not, this means that the financial data that is provided to the board on a periodic basis is reasonably accurate and allows the board to execute the fiduciary duty to both the students and the taxpayers. So you can rely on the information that is provided to you by management. As a part of the current year audit, there were new accounting standards that went into place, GASB 101 and GASB 102. 102 didn't really have an impact on the current year audit. 102 updated compensated absences, which essentially just increased your liability by $1.5 million because you had to make an estimate as to how much of your leave balances would be used in the future. And I will allow you to read the upcoming standards. They shouldn't really have an impact other than formatting in future audits. And please feel free to interject if you would like more explanations on anything. For your district specifically, your financial highlights, the general fund resulted in approximately $2.26 million better than budget. General fund balance includes unassigned amounts of approximately $7 million, or 8% of the $93.6 million in the next year's expenditure budget. For the general fund budget versus actual, as you can see, the actual local sources of revenues, or the revenues, were slightly less than budget, but actual local sources were $1.5 million less than budget, primarily due to decrease in district's real estate tax collection related to tax assessment disputes. And then actual state revenues were greater than budget due to the state's budget passing after the district is required to pass their budget by the state mandated timeline of June 30th. The general fund balance, so as I had mentioned, the $7 million in unassigned fund balance, but there are some additional prepaid non-spendable items and some additional assigned items in your fund balance. Overall, it is approaching the 2 months in reserves that the GFOA, which is the organization that oversees the ACFR, recommends. So the district is in a great financial position. And these assignments are for capital asset acquisitions and improvements and tax settlements in the future. The next slide is the general fund balance trend. As you can see, the fund balance has been relatively steady and then has slightly increased, and that's kind of increasing in pace with your overall expenditures. Like I had mentioned, the GFOA recommends about 2 months of reserves, so it's trending in that direction along with expenditures. The next slide is the overview of your capital reserve and capital project funds. As you can see, you had some capital expenditures in the current year for a total of about $4.5 million. The major capital additions were the ERT HVAC project, or excuse me, ETR flooring project, and the roofing project. And your ending fund balance between the two is about $6.4 million. Next is the appendix. This is the audit jargon I was referring to that I'm going to highlight very quickly, but is there for your reading pleasure in the future. The first slide is I wanted to highlight the auditor's responsibilities. So it is our job to understand controls in place at the district, formulate a risk-based approach, and provide a reasonable level of assurance to form an opinion that the financial data is reasonably accurate. The next slide is the significant accounting policies, accounting estimates, and disclosures. Although we assist with the preparation of the financial statements, ultimately management is responsible for making these key estimates and approving the financials. So we work hand in hand with management in order to make sure that the statements are presented in the applicable standards. The next, I wanted to highlight that there were no significant difficulties encountered during the audit relating to working with management and the district staff. I know the team was working hand in hand with management and resulted in a clean audit. Internal control matters. This would be a section where if there were any issues, we would have to have a discussion about what they were, how we found them, and what the planned improvements were by the district. However, we did not find anything that resulted in anything that would have to be communicated to management or the board that we thought posed a risk to the financial data of the district. And this is just a quick slide that shows the deliverables of an audit process. Right now we are in governance communication, so that's where we are. And that is the conclusion of my audit presentation. If anybody has any questions, I would be happy to answer. Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate your time.
That's different.
Oh, he's great. Oh, that's great.
Yep.
Remember it well.
Okay. Next, we have the pillar report. Ms. Flynn and Ms. Reckner.
Thank you, President Lord. In academics, last week, the high school inducted 81 new members to National Honor Society. This is a tremendous number of new members, and NHS membership will increase to 153 representatives. Hats off to all of those students. It's an amazing accomplishment. And Ms. Tanner, who is our sponsor. In the U.S. News and World Report, ETR moved from 41st in 2025 to 30th in 2026 of 1,114 PA schools with middle grades 6 to 8 in the traditional public school count. This means that ETR ranked in the top 2.7% of middle schools in the state, better than 97% of PA's middle schools. Congratulations to our teachers, staff, and students. That's a huge accomplishment. With our college and career efforts, we hosted Instant Decision Day on November the 11th. Instant Decision Day was an idea sparked from our folks to give students the chance to know instantly if they were accepted. We had 9 colleges participating in this inaugural event and had over 40 students who scheduled appointments. Nice job to Miss Kendra Campbell and her team. In service, Springfield Steve Stefani Dance Marathon for Pediatric Cancer hosted 2 traditional events last week. First, we had the Run in the Dark on Sunday evening, followed by an annual Powder Puff game on Monday. Both events were wildly successful, and once again, congratulations to the senior girls on their victory over the juniors. Something tells me that next year the juniors will do just fine. At the SLC, we're thankful for our SHS student support to work directly with students in the HW Club. Likewise, our SLC staff collected 50 full sets of pie kits for veterans to be delivered this month. Community service, 226 members reported their hours through marking period 1. This includes service hours from the summer through October the 24th. Students completed a total of 3,880 hours. That's impressive. Thank you to all of our students and Mrs. Barber, who is our sponsor. In athletics and activities, the SHS football team defeated Strathaven last Friday night, 26-10, and now is hosting the district championship game versus Chester High School tomorrow. The game will be held tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, in the stadium outside. I believe it's still $5 to get in, and get your seat early because I am sure it's going to be packed. Best of luck to our team.
That's good. At the elementary schools, fall intramurals wraps at the end of this month. Sign-ups for the winter session will be going out before break. In the arts, at SHS, last week, our theater company put on its play, It's a Wonderful Life, a live radio play. Numerous positive reviews have been pouring in about the thespians' performances. Thank you to everyone involved. Choral, orchestra, and band concerts will be held over the next few weeks. What a wonderful way to get our community into the holiday spirit. Please visit the district website for the days and times of all of the performances. Gold Pass Academy. The SSD Gold Pass Academy is an exciting extension of our Gold Pass program, designed to celebrate lifelong learning and connection within our senior community. Basically, we'll be offering classes for our senior citizens in Springfield and Morton. This academy offers a variety of enriching classes and experiences in the arts, music, academics, and personal growth. From educational workshops and book clubs to creative arts and social gatherings, the Gold Pass Academy provides opportunities for our senior residents to learn, engage, and thrive together. If you or someone you know is interested in attending one of our classes, including American Sign Language, Baking with the Cougars, Chair Yoga, Decade by Decade, Let's Reminisce, Forensic Science, the Golden Corral Gold Pass Choir, Golden Pages, and Learn to Crochet, please come to our open house at Springfield High School on Thursday, December 11th, 2025, from 4 to 5:30 p.m. to learn more and register on-site, or visit our website under the Community tab. And that concludes the Pillar Report.
Awesome, thank you. How many, just out of curiosity, you probably don't know the answer off the top of your head, how many people did we have in the Gold Pass Academy when we were running? Because it seems like there's a lot more.
Over 200.
200, okay, cool. Cool, thank you. All right, next up we have committee reports. First up is Academic and Arts. Ms. Flynn.
Thank you again, President Lord. In observation, at Education Committee, we talked about curriculum walkthroughs that are starting to happen in all of our buildings. And according to Dr. Brigg and Mr. Simic, who's the principal at Sable, they are going very well. They've gotten an overwhelmingly positive response and are being welcomed into all the classrooms. These walkthroughs are both announced and unannounced and allow administrators to assess curriculum and learning by grade, and also allows communication to flow between teachers, principals, and administration. There are 8 walkthroughs that are being planned for the entire school year for each grade, and they will be assessed 2 times a year. Some of the categories that they go through to part of their walkthroughs and part of their assessments is questions and discussion techniques, engaging students in learning, activities and assignments, and assessments, discussion of strategies, variety of assessments, and tracking student and masteries. We also had a really wonderful report by Sanaya Gordy and Sadian Saleh, and they are our board interns, and they're fantastic. They do such a good job, but they ran through a few of the highlights that have been happening around school. College application week began and went very well. NHS inducted 81 new members. The high school is just completed It's a Wonderful Life. The 13th and 14th. Varsity football is in the midst of their playoffs, and hopefully we'll pull off another win tomorrow night. The Best Buddy program did a Halloween walk, and conferences are coming up next week. If you haven't already signed up, you still have time, so check out the website. And that is my report.
Great, thank you very much. Athletics and Service, Mr. Keenan.
President Lord, Athletics and Service did not meet last month. That committee meets intermittently, and most likely will meet sometime in the early spring.
Okay, how about Facilities?
Facilities Committee did meet on November 6th. We did the meeting online. The agenda consisted of discussion of our major project closeout, things like roofing projects. For anyone that's involved in construction, you know that there's the actual work, and then there's the closing out of all of the paperwork, punch list, et cetera. We discussed the next step of our service life extension plan. What that is for my neighbors was started well before I was on the board by Director Carney. It's a way that we assess all of our buildings. We do it periodically, typically every 5 years, and we come back with a list of projects. We then rank them, and then we sort them. And it gives us a way to work with finance and the well of the board and the rest of the board to determine what our priorities will be. We typically do this on a 5-year cycle, and that's upcoming again. And then we discussed some small but important projects at Sable Elementary that we're actively working on and looking to advance in the short term. And that concludes my facilities report.
Okay, thank you. Finance and Audit, Mr. Sillo.
Yes, thank you, President Lord. So Finance and Audit met on Tuesday the 11th, just last week, and we discussed the results of the audit with our outside accounting firm, the audit that was presented earlier. We had a pretty lengthy discussion about some of the matters inside of there and kind of just reviewed that for quite a bit. We discussed the status of some real estate tax appeal settlements with some commercial properties and where they stand. We then followed up briefly discussing the preliminary budget for 26 and 27 and some of the things we see going on with the budget for next year. And that was the end of our meeting. But I do want to take a second just to thank Dr. Hepp for all his work with getting the audit done. It was a challenging year, especially for, with the transition of personnel in that department. And him stepping up and taking on an audit with stuff I know he was not quite as familiar as he was with some of the other things he handles for us. But just did a phenomenal job in spearheading that and getting it done. I want to thank him and his team for all that effort. So thank you very much, President Lord.
Okay, thank you. Personnel did meet 2 weeks ago. We had some contract issues to discuss. Policy, Mr. Bentivegna.
The Policy Committee did not meet, but I would like to give a little bit of history about the Policy Committee.
Sure.
When I started with the board in 1994, we formed the Policy Committee, and I was appointed chairman. I believe I've been chairperson since. And some of our policies hadn't been touched or renewed for 20 and 30 years. So over a 7-year period, we rewrote every policy for the district. And I'll pass that on to whoever wants to hold that job going forward.
Thank you very much. How about Volunteer Memorial?
Volunteer Memorial met on Monday. We discussed our bylaws and our promotional program for the 4th of July.
Okay, thank you. Next up, we have the consent agenda. Although board action is required, it is generally unnecessary to hold discussion on these items. With the consent of all members, they are therefore grouped and approval is given in one motion. In the event a board member wants to discuss any item, the board president will move it to an appropriate place on the agenda. Do I have a motion?
Moved. Second.
Any questions on the consent agenda? Seeing none, we'll move to a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carries 7-0. All right, next we have items for board actions. First up is the personnel report. Recommendation reads that the board approves the personnel actions as listed in the personnel report. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Ms. McCullough.
Thank you, President Lord. On this evening's personnel report, we do have the employment of 2 long-term substitute teachers, the employment of 2 non-certified staff members, and 6 requests for leave under the Family and Medical Leave Act. And that concludes this evening's personnel report.
Any questions for Lisanne? Seeing none, we'll move to a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carries 7-0. Next up, we have exterior envelope. Recommendation reads that the board approves change order request number 1 from Culbertson for a total of $66,200.10 for additional miscellaneous repairs. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Dr. Hepp.
Thank you, President Lord. Before I get into the details of the exterior envelope, I would be remiss if I didn't make a special recognition to the efforts of our new Associate Business Manager, Carol Corey, who joins us here in the audience tonight. And Mr. Sillo, while I do appreciate your kind remarks in regards about our process working through the audit, I do want to share that Carol has carried the lion's share of getting the audit across the finish line, as well as handling all of our annual financial reports for the state. So I didn't want this time to go by without giving her some special recognition, as well as her contributions to the presentation that was given earlier. So Carol, thank you for all you're doing for Springfield School District, and welcome to the team. Thank you. So for the exterior envelope, this change order that we're looking to have the board approve addresses some additional work that needed to be done on scenic, sabled, and ETR on the exterior, brickwork on the exterior of the buildings, on the chimneys of the buildings, and some stonework that needed to be addressed on the steps of entry into the building. So this is a change order for the work that was done above and beyond that initial project.
Any questions for Dr. Hepp? Seeing none, we'll move to a vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carries 7-0. Next up, we have roof recovery project, Sabled Elementary. Recommendation reads that the board approves roofing consulting services to complete an infrared thermal scan and bid prep for the roof recovery project for Sabled Elementary in the amount of $3,500. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Dr. Hepp.
Thank you, President Lord. In preparation for our anticipated Sabled roof recovery project this coming summer, this motion is to approve work to be done for some scanning and some inspection of the roof to guide the engineers toward putting the final bid together for that project.
Any questions for Dr. Hepp? Seeing none, we'll move to vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carries 7-0. Next up, we have the domestic water line replacement, Scenic Hills. Recommendation reads that the board approves System Design Engineering, Inc.'s proposal to review and prepare an as-built plan for the replacement of piping. The cost through the design development phase is $6,750. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Dr. Hepp.
No further detail on this project, President Lord, other than what's listed on the paper. Again, it's just to update some of our plumbing systems at Scenic Elementary.
Any questions for Dr. Hepp? Seeing none, we'll move to a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carries 7-0. Next, we have the postage meter contract. Recommendation reads that the board approves the new contract for KSB as our postal meter company. The monthly cost is $275 for a 5-year contract. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Dr. Hepp.
Thank you again, President Lord. Through our efforts to be as fiscally responsible as we can be, we sought some bids for new postal machines, and we're happy to award KSB this contract for the next 5 years.
Any questions for Dr. Hepp? Seeing none, we'll move to a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carries 7-0. Next up, we have the June 30th, 2025 Springfield School District Audit Report. Recommendation reads that the board accepts the Springfield School District June 30, 25 audited financial statement as presented. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Dr. Hepp.
Thank you, President Lord. Nothing further to add in addition to the presentation that was shared earlier.
Anybody have any questions after thinking about it on the audit report?
President Lord, just one comment. Want to thank
Sure.
Dr. Hepp and the whole team for this. This is a tremendous lift, and I'm always happy to hear when there's no comments because CPAs can't say things are good. They can only say they're not bad. So congratulations for that. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? All right, seeing none, we'll move to vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstain? Motion carries 7-0. Last, we have the PA Leadership Charter School Settlement Agreement. Recommendation reads that the board approves the settlement agreement between SSD and Pennsylvania Leadership Charter School in the amount of $6,121.19 to settle a claim brought against SSD for underfunding of PLCS for the 2016-2017 school year. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Dr. Hepp?
Thank you, President Lord. Springfield School District was not alone in this settlement. Pennsylvania Leadership Charter School went after several schools across the Commonwealth, and the dispute here was that school districts who are required to disclose deductions that they make toward the education of students that particularly apply to the education of charter school students were miscalculated or misrepresented in a state-designed form called the PDE 363. And Pennsylvania Leadership Charter School challenged those deductions and won their case. And we are simply closing out this case and awarding Pennsylvania Leadership Chartership School the balance of what was determined as due to them for the 2016-2017 school year.
Any questions for Dr. Hepp? Seeing none, we'll move to vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Any abstained? Motion carries 7-0. All right, next we have liaison reports. Solicitor's report, Mr. Serini.
Thank you anyway, President Lord. I do not need to make a report tonight.
Okay. DCIU Board Report, Mr. Hornberger.
Thank you, President Lord. The following is a prepared statement to offer an update for the DCIU's search for a new executive director. So I just wanted to share that to offer a little bit of an update. The Delaware County Intermediate Unit Board of Directors remains dedicated to finding the best possible leader to guide the organization into the future. As part of this ongoing commitment, the board has decided to reopen the executive director application window to ensure a broad and competitive pool of candidates. This step reflects the board's deliberate and thoughtful approach to the search process, emphasizing the importance of finding the right individual who embodies DCIU's mission and values. The board looks forward to continuing this process with optimism and care as we work towards selecting an exceptional leader for our organization and the communities we serve. And that concludes my report. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Delaware County Community College Board Report, Dr. Barber.
Thank you, President Lord. The community college did not meet.
Okay. Future board meetings. Make note, our next meeting is December 4th, which is only 2 weeks from now. We do it early in December for obvious reasons, but the biggest reason is we're required to do a reorg meeting prior to our regular meeting that month. And so we'll have the reorg meeting at 7 o'clock, followed by the regular board meeting, and that's December 4th. Next, we have Superintendent Salutations. Dr. Barber.
Thank you, President Lord. Just real quick, you know, when we qualified for the championship game and PIAA said you can expect 3,000 to 5,000 people, you can imagine, you know, the look on our face was like, it's great and wow, like that's a lot of people that might come to a game. So I just wanted to say it's been a pleasure, I mean an absolute pleasure to work with Chester School District, their athletic department, our Springfield Township, our Springfield Police Department, just everybody, just everyone working together to guarantee, you know, that we're going to have a really good event. Obviously, you can never guarantee anything, but we have really worked hard to put the students first, to put the players, the student athletes first, the cheerleaders, the band. And I'm really excited that we've had such a great week of partnership, and I'm really looking forward to the game. You know, win or lose, obviously I want to win, but win or lose, the trophy's going to stay in Delaware County, and that's a good thing. And also, on a personal note, I'm really looking forward to seeing some of the people I played against when I was in high school, because I went to school in Chester, and believe it or not, I played against Walt Hartshorn for many years in the Turkey Bowl, and let me just tell you that Walt was the same size and much faster. So there were lots of times I was running away from Walt Hartshorn inside, but I'm just excited to see so many people tomorrow that we haven't connected with in years, and just shake hands and have a great game. So we wish both teams good luck, and we hope the rain holds off and it'll be wonderful. With that being said, we want to take a moment and just kind of recognize Director Dom Bentaveno. I got that part. A little bit. I think we would be remiss if we didn't take some time and maybe say a few words. So I know President Lord has a couple things he wants to say, and then I would assume that we would want to open the floor up to people. So I'll turn it over to President Lord.
Thank you. Special night. Mr. Bentaveni has been with us with us. We've been with him. He's been here 32 years longer than all of us. But I just wanted to read a few highlights and then turn it to a personal note. Dom was elected in 1993 as a write-in candidate with more than 65% of the vote, and was sworn in and took his seat that month, as it had been vacant for several months. With all of his work commitments and being a father and husband, Dom missed very few meetings and has always said it was a pleasure to serve this great community. Dom has served for 4 superintendents. He's been president twice, vice president twice, and secretary and treasurer a number of years. He has also led the policy committee since it was formed back in 1994. And as you know, Dom, you know we will still keep the bin in your honor. In fact, Tony brought it here tonight.
Actually, we do have it. So, Director has the bin in your honor. Thank you. You're welcome. For many people that don't know, we didn't have a policy procedure, so...
I was worried about the year.
We didn't have a policy procedure, so Dom put into place just to have a bin where board members could share and give comments to policy. And when we have policy meetings, he would remind us about the bin. So we wanted to make sure that he had a replica of the bin that he could put up somewhere and kind of think fondly of one of the procedures that you put in place that helped us become a better district. And I know that Bruce has
well,
you have a couple things, too? You want to wait?
We'll get to that.
Yeah, okay.
Anticipation. On a personal note, I've known Dom for 12 years, being on the board, and I can say that he has always put the district and the students and the staff first. It's great to have somebody that cares that much, and that's what you need on a board like this. He's just a kind person, and we owe him a lot. So thank you very much. Anybody have any?
Thank you, President Lord. I'd like to jump in and Dr. Barber and Dr. Butler, I can assume that senior year pictures will become a norm on PowerPoint presentations in front of our community.
Hey, look, that was all Dr. Butler. I tried to talk her out of it.
So I've known the Bentavenas for the better part of my life. His daughter Danielle and I were in Scenic Hills together way back in, the early 80s, if that makes sense, the mid 80s. And 32 years is a long time. It's a long time. And as I've said to the community before, people often think these chairs are big places of power. They can be very lonely. They can be solemn places of reflection. They think its strength is shown through how much I can stand up here and yell, but I learned from you and watching you, and that the calmness and hearing multiple sides of a discussion and coming to an agreement that brings balance to the community, to the students, to the taxpayers, to the staff, to our children, really has made Springfield a better place. Keep your phone on. Your experience has guided us. I can't tell you how many times we're looking at something and say, why did we do this? And you chime in and say, well, in 2004, there was, and you know it exactly. So keep your phone on, because we're gonna call you whenever we come across some of those things. And it's usually a good reason, and we go, wow, we need to consider that. But I just want to thank you. You've always carried yourself with honor, with intelligence, with grace, through some challenging times that we've had, and I think that's the nature of being up here. But you really taught me how to be an elected official and to just step back, remain calm, students, staff, taxpayer, administration, find balance, and make the community a better place. And for 32 years, you've done that, and I can't thank you enough.
Thank you, Kevin.
Wow, Director Keeney said it very well. I mean, it's all great. I mean, right on the nose for Dom there. I mean, I met Dom back in 2000 when I moved in Springfield. Shortly thereafter, he recruited me onto the Springfield Swim Club board, and I've known Dom for 20 years since then. And he would just start to tell some of the stories about the school district, and found it very interesting. And you know, we moved to Springfield for the school district primarily, and he would tell these stories about his involvement with the school district, and it kind of enticed me to be a little interested in it. When the seat opened up, he kind of gave me a call, asked me if I was looking to join the board, and been working with him ever since in the past 10 years. So I've been working with Dom, like I said, for 20 years on different boards. And Dom, you're just a model of volunteerism, and really appreciate all the mentorship and the friendship that I've had over the past 20 years. So looking forward to keeping in touch and continue that mentorship, and really appreciate everything you gave to everyone.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you.
Definitely. So I don't know if you remember this, but one of the first things you told me when I got the job was you said, you're going to be nervous. You're going to make mistakes. That's okay. He said, just do me a favor. Always put the students first and lead with your heart. I don't know if you remember saying that, but I never forgot it.
Thanks, Tony.
And I want you to know that I've always looked up to you as a person of integrity and a person of character and a model of strength. And I'll miss you.
Anybody else? Well, we do have a few things for you here in recognition of your service. This basically just says, in recognition of 32 years of service to the Springfield School District, 1993 to 2025, presented to Dominic Bentavania, School Board Director. And I'm going to get that right back in the box because it shouldn't be anywhere near me.
And Dom, since we just had a clean audit, this is only 1999, so if you want to write a check, you can. Cash is fine.
But the grand prize in recognition of 32 years is a Springfield football jersey, which you can wear at the game tomorrow night.
And we also have another jersey coming with your name on it. It just didn't make the mail in time.
Well, thanks again, and you will be missed. But we know where to find you, so thank you.
I've had a very good run here. It doesn't seem like 32 years. In the beginning, I was learning. I learned a lot, and I learned to contribute, and I hopefully contributed all the way along the way. And you guys will carry on, I'm sure, without me. So thank you.
Won't be the same.
Won't be the same.
But
Appreciate it.
You did contribute, and you should be very proud of what you did.
You know what we say on the board? We say this, I'll leave it with this. You did good, kid.
Okay, thanks, everybody. Before and after each meeting, the board meets in non-public executive study session to discuss personnel, legal, and labor relation matters. Motion to adjourn.
I'll move.
Second.
Thank you, everybody.
Tony, thank you. Thank you. Oh, okay.